performance on. To be fair, the game was won regardless of his poppy. I think he got one keeper's verdict in like 20 minutes. But it will be the Gwen. Okay, so now Raz. Slightly different looks. I am shocked by the double AD. I was not expecting Tristana mid from GAM. When you zoom out, how did these two
turn
teams
into a dive that Levi can go for? In fact, that should be the play.
Okay, all right. So now let's see whether or not he can make that work. Licorice being bullied with those snips, pushed all the way underneath tower. Love the picture-in-picture from our observers, just showing River stealing away that Gromp. I would like to see the minimap in a second. Just keep an eye on where Levi is. Whenever you get those zoom in, Rez, I start wondering, here's Levi exactly as predicted. Body slam flash is available if needed. Starts to channel, connects, beautifully done. Just beautiful.
Instant, didn't give him a chance to respond there, but now Golden Guardians has to make it worthwhile and look for a dive bot lane. Style is really low.
Oh, yes, indeed. Teleport starting to be channeled. Kati's Tristan is coming in. It's one of those common sort of plays, the team that gets the kills with the gold lead early may end up conceding Dragons because they can accelerate that gold lead. But for Golden Guardians, they are at least staying relevant. We mention it, but at least within the LCS, at 8 minutes, Golden Guardians traditionally have built up a good lead.
Yes.
Now, at 8, they are behind. Kuhi and Gory being backed up by Stick Safe, turning the damage back around. Here comes River, can break the hearts of GAM. First kill secured by Raz. Do you want GAM to fight?
This should be a better fight for Golden Guardians.
Okay, let's find out. Dragon is about to be secured. Just straight up 50-50, just watch each other. Managed to get the body slam down. First kill secured for both bot laners. Another for Gory. Kati is blown up. And Raz, you called it. This should be.
And if it ever happens, Style is just stuck. He's in prison. We're just waiting on the next wave, basically, to see what his sentencing is.
Oh, Schrodinger's Zaya, both dead and alive at the same time. Gets the root down, but it's on
in the darkness of just staying through mid lane.
Oh, hold up here. There is a Herald in the mid lane. We could see more members come around in just a bit. Could be a fight.
Goldborg, I think as we're going to set up for this next Dragon fight, I want to say thank you so much. That was a great observation.
I was going to say, it's past the 15-minute mark. I'm leaving again. It's in your hands now.
Later. Please thank you. Say thank you to Law for letting us borrow you for like 5 minutes. All right, so back in game now. 2,000 gold lead, 3 Dragons at 16 minutes. Raz, every LCS fan is going to be pretty happy about the state of the game right now. Golden Guardians in their debut game on stage, despite one small stumble early, they've really answered well. And in particular, this Licorice Poppy pick, it has defended and absorbed so much pressure. And
he deserves credit for it. That second dive, I mean, the first dive was impossible to really deal with.
They're going to start getting dived. I mean, look at this. Golden Guardians, 1, 2, 3, 5-man stack towards the top. KT is trying to take that
high and fall. He can maybe farm up a little bit, take some experience, worst case scenario, while Kati has been farming on the opposite side of the map.
Yes, he is. Going to need to buy so much time. He's going to be able to rocket jump for now. Get smacked in the place by the King of Dead, and that's just easily done. Guardians got those timers on the Dragons ticking quicker than they do in the BCS. As the fight is starting out, initiation, showstopper goes forward, so much burst onto Levi, and it's Golden Guardians pushing forward. Keeper's verdict sends Kiaya flying. Dash forward for Gory, the orb reception is out. That's a double for Zeri. 3 members, call him the GOAT.
There we go.
Really nicely done there. He initiates that.
Really close to their second tier turret to just stop those wards from happening. Golden Guardian said, actually, it's going to be right out of range. Let's see if a 50-50 comes up here.
I don't think it will. Once again, another fantastic use of that Poppy ultimate. Baron is secured. The showstopper is dropped. The haymaker is popped.
Bang!
With a heroic charge, a flash, a dash, and a smash. Golden Guardians ace GAM, get Baron, and are now setting their sights at the Nexus.
Way too clean for Golden Guardians. It's just a big surprise. Coming into this tournament, I was like, oh, this is as tough as you can get of a bracket going up against GAM Esports, and then if they were to take them down, you still have to go up against BLG. I'm not even thinking about that because GAM is a team you have to respect. They respected him to the nth degree today.
I mean, it's one of the games I kind of expected there to be more skirmishes and more fighting across.
They tried to play away from Golden Guardians' game plan, but they were just denied. That's one thing. Same goes for what they tried.
It was great. So I do want to see what GAM do in this next game, because right now, he's looking very unlikely they can defend. I mean, Kiaya is in the top lane. Teleport not available. 1 inhibitor is down. 2 inhibitors are down. The LCS 8 in the VCS, if I recall correctly. But it's a phenomenal comeback rate.
Yeah.
I don't think this composition
happening here. Just checking out the fog.
We'll find out. Charm goes wide. Ultra Shock Laser. Showstopper, and look at that AoE. 1, 2, 3 already secured. A double for Gory. This is bloody for Golden Guardians. They ace GAM once more and turn their sights to the Nexus. 19 kills, 28 minutes. The Soul and the first win for the LCS and MSI. The first international victory for Golden Guardians.
What a great way to kick off their...
Now the Wukong or the Fiora to set up for the Viego and the Tristana.
It's interesting because at least if I look at the Braum, makes it maybe a little bit more difficult for River to get possessions. If I look at the Fiora, 7 Fiora games.
Looking for an opportunity, no level 6s for those mid laners, so Xin now under some threat. Huhi finds the bandit, Blast Cone, catches Braum, he's locked to the jungle, and first blood secured for Stixxay.
This is what we were hungering for, any type of scrapping, and we tend to get it there.
Ooh, Mimic Chain, 2 chain. Waiting for Shockwave, Kati's being ignited, but he's on level 5. He's only level 1, will be uncontested, just a few seconds late for Levi. But another early at Golden Guardians, Law brought up the storyline. You know, this team, that Cinderella story to make it here to MSI, somewhat reflective of Stixxay and Huhi's journey is now in this middle lane. Huhi's going to be under some threat. Only level 4 flashes away to safety. Ultimate cost occurs, so as one is killed, secured. Style forced to flash a big chunk of damage onto Style. Stixxay's pushing this wave out. Dragon's up in 30 seconds. Both teams now contesting inside.
It's a scrap.
Cyclone's been used. Heartbreaker over the wall. Stixxay, rocket jumps forward. Gets the E down into Style. Into the pit. That's already a kill secured. Onto Levi. The Dragon hasn't even spawned yet. And we're committing for everything. Stixxay's got himself a kill. He's got that W available, but he's not pulling the trigger. It's like an Attack on Titan of some ways. Levi, Blast Cone's there. Flash not available. He thought about it. He really thought about it.
He was thinking about missions, even though GAM has changed the strategy from game 1 to game 2 to allow them to play more their style.
Did you cost a curse? We're going to find out. Stixxay's able to escape. The rocket jump was great. Huhe throws down the curse to the sad mummy. They've traded 1 for 1, but Stixxay's untouched. Here comes Gory, and GAM are bleeding. Styles running for his life.
Got him.
The shot gets another rocket jump once again. That's a quadra on the cards. It's secured by Gory instead. 4 kills to Golden Guardians.
Reset after reset. My eyes are on River, but in reality, it was Stixxay that was going forward. That one last auto that
possible. Leading into the potential 4th pick. You assume this will be uncontested. I will acknowledge that's the second Rift Herald that's
anybody to look. They're just going to rejoin to see if they can push through. Yeah, second turret going down bot lane. So no one actually popped their head so they can pick them. But it seems too easy.
Listen, tower was secure in the top lane. GAM trying to get some of that gold deficit back. 5,000 gold down. Rift charge. Is this another?
Levi's engage. So you can use it in quite a few ways. Huhi just did it excellently there, and that's just going to make it even harder. Taking a look at the map right now, it's actually...
Unfortunately, because there's no tower to fall back to, there's no control in the southern quadrant. It's not Kiaya that's being run down. The 2 members of Golden Guardians, teleport coming in here from Kati. Riposte by some time, but the hearts are broken of GAM. Shockwave available for Kati, 1.5 minutes to go. River continues to chase.
On that side of the map, making it harder for Kiaya to take that 1v1.
And dude, I have to build this up. I mean, if I look at my stats dog, no Viego games for River all year. Gory just blows up Style underneath the tower.
Earlier on, so they can get those ganks. But now we're seeing them play a little bit more and farm more gold for River. So it's a nice new kind of angle.
Like 22 minutes, that has to be two of the quickest souls that we've seen in a long time. They're going to get this Baron before GAM can even get into the pit. And they can turn and fight. I mean, there's the engage. Flash forward, curse of the sad mummy. Cyclones used just to buy time, but here comes Trevor, looking for the first. Manages to rocket jump forward once again, flashes away from Kiaya. The Ultra Shock laser will be thrown out, and it's yet another kill. It's all of a sudden being turned around, though. Where is Stixxay? Trying to find a target. GAM stepping back, stepping away. 3 members down for GAM. And Golden Guardians continuing the chase. Fantastic play, River, stealing away that Zeri, firing on GAM, and now they're inside the base as well.
All right, let's see if Licorice, healing so much
Look
back.
Look at that healing! Gold Drinker plus Q, back up to 600-700. The passive is proc, the base is being pressured. Nexus turret is being shaken down where it stands. At least 1 kill back. Score's taken out, the Nexus turret will fall, and Golden Guardians step away. River stealing away the Zeri. 6-0-3 on the Tristana, and it was also the first pick on the red side.
Yeah.
Fantastic performance so far. there's just a gigantic gap. 2 levels as well as the itemization. Golden Guardians are at least pulling some focus. Gory will be able to buy some time. Distort's over the wall. 5 members of GAM chasing him. The inhibitor is secured. I don't even think GAM can win the 5v4. Nexus turret is now being focused down. Licorice has got dominance available and level 16. Kiai is being melted by Stixay. Follow River. Got that Heartbreaker as well.
Yeah, that BT shield them. Draw a bait for
Look
Stixay.
at the
Oh!
engage, and GAM are destroyed underneath their own Nexus. Stixay's with the Quadra. Stixay manages the pentakill as Golden Guardians dominate GAM.
That cherry on top of the cake. Stixay comes.
He had the biggest smile on his face.
Yeah?
And now he's just shrugging like, yeah, of course. We're obviously getting ready for the interview. And I can't wait to hear what Licorice has to say. Can't wait to see what Golden Guardians will do. Because I think it's one of the teams, along with Mad Lions, that in the run-up to MSI, there was a lot of controversial talking points and topics, shall we say. Both teams kind of surprising and, dare I say it, defying expectations.
I hate you.
Oh, I didn't think I was going to do it.
That was awful.
But yeah, I mean, statement win. I mean, look at that gold graph. It was there for a moment. Absolutely incredible. Once you get past 10, 12 minutes, it just accelerated.
Yeah.
Seoul, both games at 22 minutes.
It was a roller coaster. I think the good thing that Golden Guardians take away is not only, yes, playing a slow-paced game, but also responding to a team that wants to take a fight.
Yeah.
They had moments where Hui was able to take a fight, start the fight initially, or just collapse on what GAM was trying to do. So this is a game that they can look on pretty happily going into the next start of stage 1.
Set, game 1, a Mumu game 2. What the hell is he going to play in the next one? We'll find out in a second. Okay, we're about to head down on stage. Let's do a classic NA at MSI.
Let's do it.
Yitsu, over to you. That was awful.
I want to reciprocate that energy, but I really, really can't. But thank you very much, guys. I'm joined by Licorice here. Congratulations on your win. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I know you play a lot of Fiora, but you don't actually play into a lot of Fiora. Do you want to guess the last time you played into a Fiora officially in LCS or internationally?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah?
I want to say like 2020.
That's a trick question. You actually haven't.
Oh.
Yeah. Not since 2017. I think it was back in the academy days. And so, what was that experience like? Playing into that Fiora.
It's a little stressful, and the early game got a little bit messed up that game. But I mean, when you pick Renekton into it, it's just really easy to just farm and neutralize the Fiora the whole game. So I wasn't ever really worried about it.
Now, it was a clean 2-0 today. You guys, I think a lot of people would doubt you in your region. And then even when you managed to qualify for MSI, I think people still had a lot of doubts. Even going into this game, the excitation was very much, oh, it could go both ways. But you've done that 2-0 now. Do you feel like you've silenced those doubters?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say I'm a little surprised by how well it went. If I'm gonna be totally honest.
Why?
Well, just, like, let's just say practice hasn't been going super optimally, but I think we showed that, like, we can show up on stage, and we've always been a really good stage team, so I feel really confident playing more.
I'm surprised to hear that, because I've heard some scrim bugs that the NA and LEC teams are doing really well in scrims. Is that not true?
I don't know.
You're not going to be able to leak anything. Okay, I tried. Why do you think a lot of people have been doubting you guys? What's the reason?
I mean, part of it is just, like, we have a lot of players who haven't had a lot of success recently, and also, like, the org we're under also hasn't had a lot of success, but we're looking to turn that around, so hopefully we do that.
And speaking of the successes, you're not a stranger to international tournaments and also making it deep in international tournaments as well. Do you feel like personally you are once again reaching your best?
Not yet. I'm saving that for later.
Yeah? Okay, a super quick last question. You have never played against an LPL team in a best of 3, so what do you think is going to happen in this one?
There's going to be a lot of fighting, I think. A lot of brawling, a lot of skirmishes, and hopefully we come out on top.
That's the kind of game we like to watch. Anyway, so thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to toss this back to Law and the Desk to close out the show.
Thank you so much, Insu, for that Verizon post-game interview. Now let's take a few minutes to close out the day before we look ahead the day for tomorrow. Licorice on stage was just saying that practice was not optimal for them. Didn't feel that way.
I actually bumped into their GM in Arrow last night. I was asking him about it. And he said the same thing, but he also said that's just true for the team in general. Even when they were doing well in NA, there were times where they would have rough scrims, but then do fine on stage. So I think they are the opposite of the scrim buff team.
Business as usual then, but great start, honestly, for the Golden Guardians. Really dominant one. GB, what did you think about this?
You should have seen Mark when they won the game.
I know, yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be
He was absolutely off the chair. When that pentakill came through, he was just jumping
Yeah.
up. I thought, I thought the game was really good by GG.
Is this
in
just like the
general.
EU thing you guys do, is just make things up?
Bro, that was exactly what happened.
Trevor did
that
the
was
exact same
exactly
thing.
what
Quick shot,
happened.
Quick Shot was
No,
like,
you jumped in your chair. I saw it. I was
no,
next to you.
Quick Shot also said that I predicted this to be a 2-1 series. I